Rob Machado, man. Making boards that I fall in love with, making all his other boards worthless, and I gotta throw them away. Damn. Starting to think he's doing this on purpose, messing with my mind. I hate you, Rob. I hate you. It sucks. Bye, guys. Makes me really sad, but you guys gotta go because there's a new boy in town. Hello, weekend warriors. This is Tommy coming at you with another board review, and this time it's the Firewire Sunday by Rob Machado. This particular board is 6.0 by 20 1/4 by 2 3/4, and it comes in at 38.2 liters. And I'm 5'8" and I weigh 145 pounds. I chose this particular size because I know many of you might surf boards that are a little bit over your literage recommendation. Also, I kind of wanted a board that was more in line with the Seaside and Beyond. So I'm viewing this board as the Seaside and Beyond version of the Glazer. Now, since I have a 5'3" Glazer, it didn't make sense for me to go with a 5'6" or 5'9". I thought, you know what, I'm going to go the opposite end, because this particular board, I feel like he made it where on the smaller end, it's a groveler. And as it gets bigger, it proportionately doesn't stay the same. It actually gets stretched out, but the width doesn't get as wide. So what ends up happening is the board turns more into a mid-length. Also, having the single fin box, I thought, you know what, I kind of want the glide feel, so I'll get something that's right at the limit of my duck dive range. Let's format this the way we did the last video, where we'll just talk about how it's surfed. And this first wave, this was actually probably my first wave, and I took it easy because I thought it was going to be more like a short mid-length, just a pudgy board that I couldn't turn. But you know, to my surprise, it actually went. So something you have to realize is that this board is 10 liters more than my normal board. Actually more than 10 liters. I ride my Seaside at 5'3", which is 28 liters, bigger than my normal boards, and this thing is 38. So I really didn't think it was going to go at all in terms of turning and performance. But right at the get-go, the board just is super fast, surprisingly maneuverable. I don't get the whip or the release I would on a shorter board, but you know, that's kind of to be expected. So the key is go with the flow, make your turns nice and arced, and you'll maintain drive, because those, especially if you ride it as a twin and use the Machado keel fins, which are large, it'll push through all your turns. It's pretty impressive. Now I'm really curious how this will surf in other fin configurations. As a twin, you're going to have your twin problems. So here you'll notice my fin slips, because once you're above the lip, having that center fin really does help. I noticed that with the Go Fish as well. But the super cool thing is this is set up to where you can ride it as a twin, a single with side bites, and provided you could find, maybe use like the Harley Ingleby center fin, you could probably ride it as a thruster. Now, one thing at 38 liters, I glide into these waves. Like paddling for them is so easy. I talked about the twice baked. My particular twice baked is 5.3 and comes in at 33 liters, I believe. And I called that my super groveler. Now, mind you, this is 38, so this is actually the ultimate super groveler. And in terms of performance, I don't know if I can compare the two because they both seem really good. And I think the twice bake would probably be more fun on a smaller wave. But this one here, it not only does it surf well, but if you notice this particular wave, it's not that big. It's maybe knee high, and you'll see me tic-tac at a lot of speed, and I see this air section, and although I'm not an air guy, I was able to push that thing out of the water at 38 liters. And here again, tic-tac and getting speed, and I'm not getting that tail kick, but mostly because it's a twin fin and I don't want to lose control. I don't want to push it out of the lip. So really, this is beyond a super groveler, and I mean, I'm just so psyched right now to try this board as a single fin, as a single with the side bites, just in every configuration. Now, I will say I am disappointed in one aspect of this board, and that is that Rob didn't put in a quad option. So it would have been awesome to have it as a twin thruster, a 2+1. I guess I don't know if it's a 1+2, and as well a quad, because the one thing about a twin, and I don't know if everyone has this problem, I think I just need to get better at it, but it doesn't go as well for me backside. So it would have been nice to have the quad option if, you know, I was going to go surf a right point or something like church. But anyways, that's my only, I guess, dissatisfaction about this board, is that it didn't have that fin configuration option. Beyond that, I can't think of anything I don't like about this board. And in fact, I think you could buy this board at 5.6 and it'll be an awesome groveler with, you know, built-in performance. At 5.9 for me, I think this board would just be the super groveler, you know, and in fact have more performance. And then at this 6.0 at 38 liters, this is like, I don't even know how to describe this range, because I don't think I've ever surfed anything at that length and that volume. Now going to a 6.4, it does bulk up a bit to 45 liters. And then the 6.8, I believe, I can't remember the literage on the 6.8, but that would be comparable in length to my Seaside and Beyond, but I think it had more volume than my Seaside and Beyond. I don't know how that would surf, but then it would be like a perfect mid-length for me. Now, the only thing I don't like about the 6.8 is it's way too many liters. I would love it if he made a 6.6 at 38 to 40 liters. You know, the same liters at this board, but giving me more of the mid-length feel. Bottom line is, there's so many different options for this board in terms of size, fin configuration. You can go any way. So now we're into day 3, and it is a small high tide day. These are all different weekends, and that's why this thing's taken so long to put out, and I haven't put any videos out for a while, so I apologize for that. But the board, you know, you're going to see me work a little harder, but it's got pretty decent performance, you know, attributes. Maybe it's the width, but you know, as you pump down the line, like there, I kind of got a little bit of release. And provided you don't push too hard as a twin fin, I think it has decent performance. Now, granted, I know Rob performs on this board amazingly, but that's not me. So the average Joe, you guys, me, just check this board out. Check the other boards, the way I surf it. I would compare, you know, depending on what you're looking for. Again, I think you can surf this in a lot of different ranges. And if I had all the money, I would actually go out and buy the 5.6 right now, as well as the 7.0 or the 6.8. Then I'd have a mid-length, a nice little performance board, and this board, and then just test it all out in different fin configurations. But these boards aren't cheap, so good luck with that, all right? So this last wave here, I took off on my brother on purpose, and he's on a foamy. And he's in the more powerful part of the wave, and as you can see, me tic-tacking, I am just putting distance between us. And that's why it's so important to learn how to tic-tac, because you can make it through flat sections a lot better. The last thing we're going to do is talk about the construction. It's the helium construction, which is their second most durable, just underneath the TimberTech, but it's also their lightest construction. So this thing, even at the 38.2 liters, it probably feels more like 39 or even close to 40 liters. And the helium is basically a 1 pound EPS. It's got a composite skin and parabolic rails. The contours are basically a single concave around the middle, and then it turns into a double, and then more towards the back is like a spine. So the optimal wave range seems to be around 2 feet to maybe 4 or 5 feet, and I think you could probably ride it bigger depending on the size you get and the fin configuration you decide to ride. So now here's some bonus footage of me surfing the seaside on the same day I surfed the Sunday. So this is day 3. So while this is playing, I just wanted to go over a couple things. One is, if you happen to buy this surfboard, the Machado Sunday, or any of the boards that I've reviewed, please email Firewire and let them know I was the reason why you purchased the board. One thing I did was I did send them an email asking if I can demo or borrow boards. I don't think they do the demo days anymore, but it'd be awesome if they'd allow me to come down, pick up a few boards, actually surf them, and return them. It would save me quite a bit of money. I think out the door, this thing cost me just under $1,000 a Sunday, that is. So yeah, if I can get some acknowledgement, some credit, I guess, from Firewire that, hey, I'm reviewing their boards. People are making decisions based on those reviews. Maybe they'll give me I guess some slack, cut me some slack, even a discount. That would be wonderful. Maybe as a business, maybe they can give it to me at cost. I don't know, but whatever the case, I would love for you guys to do that for me. And the last part is, please like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know what you think of me on the Sunday. I personally think I look great on the Sunday. It feels great. And I'm super happy with it. It paddles well, it surfs well. I think as I get better on it, the board's just going to be amazing, more amazing than I already think it is. So, Rob, you're a genius, and no, I'm really not going to throw away my other boards, but I might sell 1 or 2. I am going to try it in every fin configuration. My brother and I are working on customizing a stabilizer fin so I can ride it with some more upright twin fin and make it a 2+1. And then also I ordered a single 7-inch fin, and so I'll ride it as a single, and we'll try it in every configuration possible. All right, super excited. Hope you guys enjoyed.